Hi guys, this is lesson 3 in unit 11. We're going to talk about dot plots. Last class we talked about organizing data, and we said that we can organize data in what we called frequency tables. A frequency table is a table that includes the data points represented in a set and the number of times each data point is repeated. Today we're going to talk about organizing these data in graphs instead of a frequency table. And the first kind of graphs that we're going to talk about in this lesson is what we call a dot plot. A dot plot is a graphical representation of a data set on the number line and the frequency of each data point by dots. Let's take a look at our first example so we know exactly what that means. The cafeteria offers items at 6 different prices. John counted how many items were sold at each price for 1 week. Make a dot plot of the data. So we have this frequency table that we see on the screen. And in this frequency table, we see the data points 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, and 4.5. So the first row, which include the prices, is the data points that we need. Now the number of items is supposed to represent the frequency. So we have 3 items that are sold for $1.50 each, and we have 3 items that are sold for $2, 5 items that are sold for $2.50, 8 items for $3, 6 items for $3.50, 5 items for $4, and 3 items for $4.50. So to make a dot plot, I need a number line. So the first thing I need to graph is a number line. On the number line, I need to include the data points on the number line in the right spot that they belong to. So I'm going to have to be wise about how I want to graph this number line. My smallest data is 1.5, and my largest or greatest data is 4.5. So I'm going to go by 0.5 on the number line. So I'm going to start with 1.5, then 2, then 2.5, then 3, then 3.5, then 4, then 4.5. And now I'm going to represent the frequency with dots. So I'm going to put 3 dots for 1.5 because I have 3 items that are priced at 1.5. And then I'm going to put 3 items for 2. So that's 3 dots. 5 dots for 2.5. And 8 for 3. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then I have 6 dots for 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 5 dots for 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I have 3 dots for 4.5. And this is a dot plot that represents the data set that we have at the top. Now, if we try and calculate the mean and the median, just like how I showed you last time using the calculator, we'll find out that the mean and the median for this data set is the mean is 3 equals to 3.08, and the median is 3. Median equals 3. These two values are very close to each other, which tell us that we don't have an outlier that affect the mean in this data set. Now, if we look at this dot plot, we'll find out, looking at this dot plot, we'll see that this dot plot is symmetrical, almost symmetrical from the middle. That means that the left side is almost identical to the right side. And in this case, since it's symmetrical on both sides, we call this graph a symmetrical distribution. That means the dots are distributed evenly or from the mean and the median, based on the fact that the mean and the median are here in the middle. So if we look, they don't have to be exactly the same, but the two sides are very close to each other, which means that this is a symmetrical distribution. So this is what we know so far. When we talk about the shape of the distribution or the shape of the graph, when we distribute the data, we have symmetrical distribution when the right side and the left side is almost identical from the mean. So this is where the mean is. It's at the top of the hill or mountain here. So we're going to see that the left side and the right side are similar. That's why it's a symmetrical distribution. If you look at the next graph, you'll see that it's skewed. Skewed means it's a little bit shifted, and in this case it's shifted to the left because the tail of this graph is at the left side of the distribution. And if you look here, you'll see that the mean and the median are here at the top of the mountain here, but the left side and the right side are completely different than each other, which means that this distribution is skewed, and it's skewed to the left because the tail of the distribution is at the left side. Now, the third scenario that we can have is a skewed distribution to the right, which means that the tail of the distribution is at the right side of the graph. And in this case, the mean and the median are here in the middle. And as you can see, the left and the right side of the mean and the median are not symmetrical. They're not similar at all. That's why this distribution is skewed, and it's skewed to the right because the tail of the distribution is to the right side of the graph.